Loving the pink livery on Archie Handy and Simon Cole's trucks. Reminds me of Dave Pinkney in British touring cars a few years ago. Heights Adventures with the McLeods, cheering on Ryan Smith. See if he can make it 2 from 2. Here comes Callum Eason. Next, Andrew Fulcher, MAN. Graham Poole in his MAN. John Powell, I think, will possibly go from the back again. Running in his brand new DAF in the colours of Neil Yates' Recovery. The reigning Division 2 champion. Went almost down to the wire with Simon Cole last season, but a non-finish in the last race for Simon Cole, handing John Powell his first Division 2 title. He's now moved up to Division 1. His old truck from last season now in the hands of Bradley Harvey.
Second row, then fourth place it will be Dave Smith.
To the grid they come then. Ryan Smith and David Jenkins on the front row.
Tom O'Rourke.
As we said, this grid set by the second fastest time for each driver in qualifying. And the results of this race will set the grid for race 4 of the weekend, with the top 8 in each division flipped around. All of Division 2 will be, because there's only 7 trucks in Division 2. The GT Tyres MAN in position, ready to lead them round. So Ryan Smith and David Jenkins, row 1. Row 2, it will be Michael Oliver and his repaired transmission, alongside David Smith in the number 11. He's getting closer and closer to the sharp end of the field. The best he had last year was a 2nd place on his return to racing. Row 3, Martin Gibson and John Bowler. And we've got Tom O'Rourke and Stuart Oliver back on row 4. Struggled a little bit in qualifying. John Powell is coming into the pit. Hopefully that means he's going to start from the pit lane. There's Graham Poole and Callum Eason at the back. Still learning their way into truck racing, those two.
Around then, as we said, let's go with row 1, Ryan Smith, number 1. 69 Dave Jenkins.
Stuart Oliver of his work cut out here to come through from the 4th row of the grid. Completing the top 10, Adam Bint and Stephen Powell. And Ricky Collett and Neil Yates complete the top 12. Simon Cole is next, the fastest in Division 2 this weekend. John Powell, we know, is in the pit lane. Behind them, Sammy Oyanen and Archie Handy. Penultimate row, Bradley Harvey and Jake Evans. At the back will be Callum Eason and Graham Poole.
41, Simon Cole, the first of the Division 2 trucks. And alongside him, John Powell, number 6. Row 8 is 61.
Checking the results of race 1, round 6 of the championship. No amendments there, so that's confirmed. Ryan Smith the winner by 11.668 seconds. Stuart Oliver kept busy holding off David Jenkins for 2nd place.
On row 10, 26, Callum Eason, and 333, Graham Poole.
Alpha Panda Music said it'd be more fun if they had trailers on them. That's never happened, sadly. Flat Spider says David Jenkins for the win.
This one will be 15 minutes ago.
The grid is now confirmed then. Ryan Smith and David Jenkins on the front row. Row 2, Michael Oliver and David Smith. And Martin Gibson up on row 3. Had a quiet race first time out, starts alongside John Bowler. Tom O'Rourke on row 4, and Stuart Oliver back on the 4th row as well. He won't be too happy to be that far down the grid. Adam Bint and Stephen Powell completing the top 10. Then on the 6th row, we have Ricky Collett in the 95. And Neil Yates, 33. 41, Simon Cole on pole in Division 2, besides where John Powell should have been. But as you can see on the left of your picture there, John Powell is going to start from the pit lane. Row 8, Sammy Oyanen and Archie Handy. 9th row, Bradley Harvey and Jake Evans. Callum Eason and Graham Poole completing the grid. So a 15-minute race.
Now on 112 points. but it's closed up.
As you say, there is an extra point for the fastest lap, and in race 1 it was Ryan Smith in Division 1, Jake Evans in Division 2 who got the extra point. You know, Ryan Smith and Simon Cole got the extra points from qualifying as well. So 12 and 13 litre engines in the chassis of these race trucks. 5 tonnes in weight, 100 mile an hour maximum speed. They are limited electronically. And every race truck also has a tachograph, just like a road going truck, so everything can be monitored and checked.
Off they go on the green flag lap then.
Checks for any over-speeding. Have seen drivers excluded from results for exceeding the 100 mile an hour limit in the past. Used to be the Lucas company based in Birmingham that's fitted and calibrated the speed governors to race trucks. My father was one of the officials who calibrated them. That's how I got my obsessive interest in motorsport. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching. In the days of Richard Walker and Steve Parrish, Kurt Goranson, I'm getting nostalgic again. Davina Galitza as well, the ex-Olympic skier. She was a truck racer. Barry Sheen had a go. Steve Parrish, his great friend and rival from the bike world. So they roll their way around the home of Welsh motorsports. Will it be 2 out of 2 for Flying Ryan? Can David Jenkins stop him? Will Michael Oliver make up for his non-finish in race 1? David Smith, that's one of his best starts for some time.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Tom Bowler on row 3 alongside the returning Martin Gibson. Really is great to see the capacity entry once again. And slightly reduced grids last season. Thunder about to roll across South Wales once again. David Jenkins, a little bit of weaving there just to warm his tyres. He's going to attack down the outside into Hatchett's hairpin for the first time. Has been a great rival of Ryan Smith for many years. Well, so has everyone. 9 years in a row he's been champion. Pace truck is into pit lane. Here we go with race 2 of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship here at Convoy Cymru at Pembrey. Revs are up and away they go. The pack is unleashed. Down towards Hatchett's hairpin. Good stop by John Bowler in the pack there. David Smith tries to move to cover. It's side by side for the lead. Into the first corner. Ryan Smith will have the inside. Jenkins keeps it on the outside of him. They clash together slightly. Jenkins forced wide onto the grass. Ryan Smith, that means, will hold his lead. One of the trucks a bit sideways further back. I think that was Neil Yates in the 33. Smith has got the lead. David Jenkins is down to third because Michael Oliver is once again through into second. David Smith under fire from John Bowler for fourth position. They clash together going through the crossing. Martin Gibson is next then. It's Tom O'Rourke. Out towards the back of the circuit they go. John Bowler's run wide, just clips the grass there, and Tom O'Rourke's lost it. He spins. Is he going to get the truck stopped? No, he's going to clip the tyre wall backwards. Out goes Tom O'Rourke. Hopefully he can get the truck restarted and get going at the back of the field. A lot of dust being kicked up down at Brooklands. There's Adam Bint ahead of Stephen Powell and Neil Yates. So they make their way back towards the paddock once again. Smith from Oliver, Michael Oliver that is, Jenkins, David Smith, Martin Gibson, Bowler, Stuart Oliver and Adam Bint, your top 8. Stephen Powell and Neil Yates round out the first 10 as they come round to complete lap number 1. Already Ryan Smith looking uncatchable, leads by 1.3 seconds out in front. John John Bowler defending from Stuart Oliver. Said earlier, this is a difficult track to overtake on. Tom O'Rourke has got going again, so no need for a stoppage. He's probably going to limp that into the pits to be checked over. Through hatchets and Spitfires come the leads. Everybody else has come through okay. John Powell's already made up one place. At the back he's got ahead of Graham Poole. They fight their way around for the second time. Stephen Powell chasing Adam Binns. Ricky Collick going after Neil Yates. In Division 2 it is Simon Cole, once again setting the early pace in the Iveco. Tyres squealing as they throw themselves around. It was Neil Yates running wide there and squealed the tyres. These GT tyres and all these trucks are fitted with this year. Second in Division 2, Sami Oyanen, and third is Archie Handy at the moment, the number 40. Through they come to complete their second lap. Ryan Smith, 1 minute 11.024. This time over the line, he's doubled his lead over Michael Oliver in second place. He just wants to finish this time after his transmission let him down in race 1. They're fairly spaced out in this second British truck race of the weekend. Swing their way into that tight right-hander at Hatchett's hairpin. David Smith coming under fire for fourth from Martin Gibson in the 101. Car racer as well, raced in the Fun Cup Endurance Series a couple of years ago. He's under fire from John Bowler, number 14. Remember Bowler, one of the 3 trucks with the turbo air restrictor, along with Ryan Smith and Stuart Oliver. Stuart Oliver just behind this group. Bradley Harvey's got ahead of Archie Handy in the battle for third in Division 2. Jake Evans in behind them. They're being chased by John Powell, who started from the pit lane, trying to pick off the Division 2 runners so he can get up with his Division 1 at Piers. He's got ahead of Callum Eason. Tom O'Rourke, I can tell you, is still going further back in the order, trying to catch up. He's in 20th place after his spin earlier on. Oh, and contact there into the hairpin. That's Jenkins. I thought I heard a bang there. He's hit the back of Michael Oliver. Rejoins alongside John Bowler. Cuts in front of him. What on earth happened there? So Jenkins is down to 6th position. He must have hit the back of Michael Oliver. We'll try and see what happened again. He had a look on the inside, down to the hairpin. Oliver moved across to take the line. Jenkins was squeezed on the outside, just clipped the back of Michael Oliver. Just ran out of room there on the outside, I think. And so David Jenkins got to fight his way back up now. He's chasing Michael Oliver's teammate, Martin Gibson. There's Stuart Oliver on the back of this group. See a chunk bitten out of the front of David Jenkins' MAN. Similar damage on the back of Michael Oliver there after that collision. I thought a tyre had gone bang at first, the noise it made as they hit each other. Meantime, John Powell getting the daft past Archie Handy's Volvo. Truck race for many years by Paul McCumiskey, Paddy Mack as he was known. I remember seeing him take a win here at Pembrey a few years ago in that truck in a race of attrition in Division 2 as David Jenkins moves up onto the tail of Martin Gibson, who in turn is on the tail of David Smith. It's like an Australian road train, isn't it? We really have got us a convoy here at Pembrey. What's your favourite trucking film? Some would say Convoy, some say Smokey and the Bandit. You can see the front bumper's been peeled away on Jenkins' truck there. He's got ahead of John Bowler as he rejoined. Now having a go at Martin Gibson. Martin's a tough customer, he won't let him by easy. Smith leading by over 7 seconds now. Well, Ryan Smith is just in a different league to everyone else this weekend. David Smith is in third place with Jenkins having dropped back. He's up to P5, he's got ahead of John Bowler. There's Stuart Oliver, he's 7th ahead of Adam Binns. Here's a battle further back, that's Bradley Harvey, 3rd in Division 2. There's Archie Handy. He's running 5th in Division 2 behind Jake Evans. Here's the battle for 2nd in Division 1. Moving up the inside. Oh, look out, Martin Gibson, nearly cannon into the back of David Smith there. Michael Oliver is rather the cork in the bottle here, isn't he? He's heading this road train. And of course, all the time that this lot are holding each other up, Ryan Smith's just driving off. He's clearing away into the distance. He actually extended his lead by 3 full seconds on that last lap alone. Well, he's saying to himself, if you're all going to fight each other, I will run away with this race. He's lapped Tom O'Rourke in the 86, who's struggling after his off. There's Stephen Powell having a go at Adam Bint. Many tipping Stephen Powell as a future Division 1 champion. He's won the Division 2 crown in the past. Adam Bint under fire, making the move to Division 1 for the first time this season. A brand new Mercedes Actros replacing his rather venerable Volvo. This lot have got to lap Tom O'Rourke shortly as they catch him. 7.5 minutes to go, so we're at half distance in race 2 of the weekend for the British Truck Racing Championship, and Ryan Smith had to back off there while he was lapping Graham Poole. He's in 19th place. David Jenkins is sent wide again on the hairpin, and Tom O'Rourke doesn't know where to go to get out of the way. He's in the middle of the track. Goodness me, Michael Oliver had to go around the outside of him, almost on the grass there. Poor old Tom there, he didn't know which side to go. David Smith's up into 2nd place. Michael Oliver lost out big time there. His teammate's going to get around him as well, and here comes David Jenkins. So Gibson's up to 3rd. David Smith could be on to equal his best ever finish in Division 1 from last season with a 2nd place. I don't think he'll catch his namesake Ryan though. And Michael Oliver's down to 4th. A bit of smoke out of the back of Stuart Oliver there. I think that was just tyre smoke as he slowed up for Brooklands. John Bowler defending from Stuart Oliver. Behind them, Bint and Powell. They've got past Tom O'Rourke. It's caught him at the worst possible time there in the early part of the lap, and had to go either side of him. John Powell, meanwhile, catching up to the back of Jake Evans in the MAN. His cousin Craig used to race in Division 2 in that same truck. Never managed to win in it though. Would have been a rather galling experience for Craig at Brands actually, because Jake went out and got 2 wins in his first 2 attempts. Through the complex at the start of the lap, Archie Handy coming under fire meanwhile from Callum Easton. This is for 5th in Division 2. Division 2 still being led by Simon Cole. He's 4 seconds or so ahead of Sami Oyanen. There they are in the background. Still this battle rages on. Michael Oliver in 4th place under fire from Jenkins and Bowler. Stuart Oliver's got ahead of Adam Bint meanwhile. Stephen Powell's dropped back slightly. Next to have a go at will be John Bowler, the number 14. David Smith and Martin Gibson have got away at the front of this group. Michael Oliver, maybe a result of his transmission problems earlier, is not as quick in a straight line as the others are. But where can they get past him? How about here, says David Jenkins. Up the inside on the hairpin. And he's up into 4th position. That'll keep Michael Oliver on the wide line, so John Bowler will follow. And Stuart Oliver, family ties being ditched there. As soon as you get on that outside line, you'll be shuffled back to the back of the line. Adam Bint and Stephen Powell lurking behind them. 8 laps completed. Ryan Smith's lead is 15.75 seconds. Reel of tyres again into the Brooklands right-hander. Adam Bint having a go at Michael Oliver. Michael is definitely dropping back here, whether he's got problems with his gears again. Stephen Powell dodging about on the tail of Adam Bint's Mercedes. Oliver runs a bit wide again. Just under 4 minutes of this race to go. David Jenkins still with that bit flapping on the front bumper. Now in 4th place, holding off John Bowler and Stuart Oliver. Stephen Powell just gives the back of Adam Bint's Mercedes a little love tap there. And well, there's our leader. Again, we've barely seen him all race. He is just in a different league today. Could he take all 5? It's rare with the reverse grid format used. I suppose 5 truck race wins in a weekend would be the equivalent of a 5-wicket haul in cricket. Adam Bint under intense pressure now from Stephen Powell. This is for 8th place, and again with the grid deciding, with the grid for race 4 decided by the results of this race, Adam Bint could get pole position if he can hang on here in 8th place. Two and a half minutes left. There's John Powell still pressing on in his new DAF. Side by side there, Sammy Oyanen and Graham Poole. Don't think this is the position because Graham Poole has been lapped. Still learning his way into truck racing. Still Stephen Powell able to do anything about Adam Bint ahead of him in P8. They're catching Michael Oliver now. So Ryan Smith's going to take the win. But is it going to be Smith's 1 and 2? And Adam Bint goes around. Was there contact there from Stephen Powell? I couldn't quite see from that angle. That's disaster. That's lost Adam Bint 8th place. It's lost in pole position for race 4 as well. Now, can he get going again? I think so. Last thing he wants is a late race stoppage. As Bint gets going again. That's behind our Division 2 leader, Simon Cole, I think. Meanwhile, David Jenkins all over the back of Gibson for 3rd place. I think we're on the last lap now. But it's hard to tell because Ryan Smith is so far ahead. Here comes that 3rd place battle. It looks like it is going to be Smith's 1 and 2. David Smith is going to take his best results of the season in 2nd. We will get one more lap out of this though. It's tricky to tell what lap Ryan Smith's on because he's so far in front of everyone else. Still Gibson under intense pressure from Jenkins and Bowler. Bowler has a look. Down Speedway straights. Stuart Oliver looking on as well. Picking up the dust as they come into the pit straights. Smith's pulled further ahead now. He's 4.3 seconds up on this little lot. David Smith, that is. Jenkins as Lacey dares on the brakes and round goes Gibson. Gibson snaps around. I don't know if there was any contact. I couldn't see for the tyre smoke there. Disaster for Martin Gibson. No disaster for Ryan Smith though. Laps Graham Poole for a 2nd time. He has not put a wheel wrong all the way through this race. But what happened there to Martin Gibson? Was there contact with David Jenkins? I don't know, I couldn't see. Meantime, the checkered flag is at the ready and it's 2 out of 2 for Flying Ryan by an even bigger margin than race 1. Smith does it again. There's nobody within sight except for backmarker Graham Poole as they come round the final turn. A couple of Division 2 backmarkers coming. Callum Eason beating Archie Handy. They had a good scrap. That's for 5th in Division 2. David Smith power slides Kurt Goranson style home in 2nd. That equals his best ever Division 1 result, and David Jenkins just holds off Stuart Oliver for 3rd. John Bowler is 5th. It'll be Stephen Powell 6th. 7th will go to one of the Team Oliver MANs, that's Michael Oliver. Martin Gibson, a disappointed 8th. Then Neil Yates, 9th. Ricky Collett, 10th. Behind him is Tom O'Rourke, he's a lap down. And what about Division 2? It's going to be Simon Cole in the number 41 for the second time today. Cole comes in to take the flag. There's Sami Oyanen, who will take second in Division 2. He's got the recovering Adam Bint behind him in Division 1 Merck, and John Powell's DAF. Third in Division 2 goes to Evans, ahead of Bradley Harvey. Easton and Handy we know have already finished, and Graham Poole. But it's Flying Ryan who does it again. 20 seconds his winning margin this time. That's around a quarter of a lap of the Pembrey circuit. His namesake David Smith equals his best ever result in Division 1 with second place. And David Jenkins completes the podium. Stuart Oliver coming through for fourth with those late dramas for Michael Oliver and Martin Gibson. John Bowler fifth ahead of Stephen Powell, then Michael Oliver, Martin Gibson 7th and 8th. That will give Martin Gibson provisional pole for race 4. Yates and Collett round out the top 10. Simon Cole wins Division 2 ahead of Sami Oyanen. Adam Bint, a late spin, dropping him to 11th. John Powell 12th, having started from the pit lane. That's 15th place behind them for Jake Evans, then Bradley Harvey, Callum Eason, Archie Handy, Tom O'Rourke and Graham Poole a couple of laps down. Let's hand over to pointing.
Right then, well, another fantastic result for Ryan Smith there. Pretty much the result we were all expecting. Unfortunate start to the weekend for Michael Oliver, though. Of course, he ended up dropping back a little bit further back in that race again. I believe there might have been some bodywork rubbing on a tyre. But great race, no major issues, and that's what we like to see. Let's get in and have a word with Dave Smith, who I had a chat to earlier on. And I think you might have seen that in whatever lunch break we actually ended up having. We'll come back to Ryan once he's got his helmet off, but just for now, a quick chat with Dave Smith. Just get your balaclava off, you know.
Wow, absolutely mental. What a truck. Lad's done me proud. Brilliant truck. Yeah, really chuffed.
You can see the smile on your face. You're really happy with that result. I mean, it was a battle. We saw quite a lot of position changes in the top 4 then, but you obviously came out in a very good position.
Yeah, the beginning of the race was quite hard. Started in 4th, so it's good position. See what's going on ahead of you. Michael and Dave got tied up. I thought, this is my opportunity. 2nd place, get your head down. And off we went, started to gap them.
Now, I would like to say we've got some silverware for you in the paddock, but we haven't. So I'm going to just give you a bottle of water and a hat with a number on. How's that sound?
That will do, definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's all I need. All I need.
We will get the silverware out to you. Until then, Dave Smith, fantastic result. Well done to you, sir. Let's see if we can head a bit further back. Oh, no. We've now got Ryan Smith. If he's about, yes, here he is. Ryan, how are we?
Feeling good, to be fair. Yeah, really good. You know, 2 from 2, quality pole. You know, we're getting off the start a bit better. Dave tried to keep me tight down there, and he just put me on. We just touched a little, and you know, I thought we side by side. Is he going to get me? But he were on the outside, so we just got his head down, tried to build a little gap, and then just settle into a rhythm and try and get the points on the board. And yeah, we did that. I think we got 21 points that race. 21. Said this to the on track commentator earlier. It's about collecting points, not winning trophies, and that's what we're trying to do.
Doing both works as well, though, doesn't it, Ryan?
No, absolutely. But do you know what? I'd just like to big shout out to Pembrey and the Welsh fans, because driving round, the banks are brimming.
For a Saturday, right? This is crazy.
It's a right good show, and delighted to be here. Delighted.
We all love Biff. Delighted.
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 Thanks,
is that
Robert.
your new word, is it? Delighted. Thanks, Ryan. Nice one. delighted. Word of the day from Ryan Smith. Have we got... No, I don't think we're going to make it to the back of this grid because they'll be sending them out. They're heading back across to fix up and look sharp, as Dizzy Rascal once said, for tomorrow's 3 races. And I've got to start walking back to Kent to see if I can't find myself some trophies to hand out. So that's enough from me down in the paddock. Fantastic race to end the truck racing day, but don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got 3, I believe, 3 more races on the pack down here at Pembrey, South Wales. Back to the studio.